أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have come to very briefly because I would make this very short video intending to respond to Dr. Lamin Manneh of the United Democratic Party. I'm sure there are a few of you or a lot of you who came across a video recording of Kerfatu Network, the media house, in which Dr. Gajiko and Dr. Lamin Manneh were panelists. And in the video, a lot of things were discussed. Of course, as politicians, every political party would love to go after the opponent and try to, expose the ills or the weaknesses or the bad side of the other to be able to get the support and the sympathy of the electorates, which is okay. But one particular thing in that conversation kind of caught my attention, and I believe as a National People's Party founding member and someone who was very strongly involved and participated in the 2021 presidential election, I am duty bound to defend my party, to defend the position of our government, especially as it relates to the claims and false accusations brought about by Dr. Lamin Manneh. First and foremost, let me be very clear. Utmost respect to Dr. Manneh for his contribution to whichever institution he worked for, and we will tell him, welcome to Gambian politics, welcome to the field of politics. But I think for us to gain and to also build on the flourishing democracy we already have, it is important that the likes of Dr. Lamin Manneh try and be honest, try and preach and speak to something that they have ideas about, or at least be honest in discussing and in talking to Gambians as you try to woo electorates to come on your side. Misleading people or trying to misinform people about something that they know already only diminishes one's value. And I think Dr. Lamin Manneh in particular is on a venture that actually is definitely to me worthless. Now I'll be very brief in English, and I'll speak to the local listeners. So Dr. Manneh said, of course, this was in response to Gajigo's statement, The Economist. I have no time to respond to Gajigo because a lot of things were said. But for those of you who did not watch, Dr. Manneh was kind of trying to convince Gajigo, who actually asserted that Gajigo believed that if Adama Barrow and Ousainou Darboe goes head-to-head in 2026, he believes Ousainou Darboe has no chance of winning. This is what Dr. Gajigo said, who actually is trying to be is trying to compete in the forthcoming presidential election. In response, Lamin Manneh said President Adama Barrow actually did not win 2021 election. He said Usainu Dabo never lost a single election since he started contesting in Gambian election. So he was trying to kind of assert that every single election that Usainu Numukunda Dabo participated in, he won them. They were just rigged and stolen away from him. In 2021 in particular, he said Yaya Jammeh's 300,000 votes that Yaya Jammeh's 300,000 votes that he said in 2016 were discovered was what was used in 2021. I'm laughing. So what I want to tell Dr. Manneh is that a lot of people will be laughing at you when you say that for several reasons. Reason number one, I mean 2016 election voters cards, were completely different from those of 2021. And, I laugh because the reason why I laugh is that 300,000 votes by Yaya Jammeh in 2016 were kept somewhere without any issue because Barrow believed he was going to go against Usainu Dabo, who he fell out with in 2018-2019. Barrow must be very smart because when elections were held and Barrow won in 2016, Yaya Jammeh left. Adama Barrow, Usainu Dabo, all of these UDP guys were together. 2017, 2018, late 2020, somewhere 2018-19 was when the problem occurred and the two separated. Now, where did Adama Barrow keep those voters' cards? In fact, when elections were over, I am sure Dabo was very instrumental. Local government of the Gambia, the Gambia's local government, Independent Electoral Commission, I'm sure has a lot of very close relations with, of course, local government. We had local government minister, we had finance minister, we had, foreign minister, then vice president, who were all UDP and very prominent members in the party. Must have an idea. If at all Yaya Jammeh's 300,000 votes were kept and not destroyed, what did they agree to have done with those 300,000 votes? Dr. Lamin Manneh, you have opened a very interesting box that we all have to come forward and ask questions and try to answer. Because 2016 election, Adama Barrow was UDP with the coalition. After the 2026 election, it took them 3 years before they separated. When they came, they knew, let's assume, I'm going by what you said, let's agree with you, that those 300,000 voters' cards were actually kept post-2016 election, after Jammeh left. Who asked for those who instructed that those voters' cards should be kept? And for what purpose? Because, you are not a genius. We are all not gods and prophets who see the future. From our understanding, after 2016, 2017, the whole of 2017, Dabo and Barrow and UDP were the same and everything was so okay. Everything was so fine. Everything was going so well. Dabo was actually the most powerful person in the country. He must have known that Yahya Jammeh's 300,000 voters cards are actually somewhere. He must have also been present when decisions were made that those voters cards indeed exist and that so and so and so decisions should be taken about them. Come and tell us that. I will be very happy to meet you on Kerfatu. I'll be very happy to have one-on-one debate with you about those voters cards, Dr. Lamin Manneh. We need to know about those. But the funniest thing is that if Adama Barrow had used 300,000 of Yahya Jammeh's 2016 votes, where were those voters cards cast? Where? Wokarte will fight a Muntole. And who actually cast them? Because every single polling station where an election took place, every single polling station in that country had a UDP representative, had an NPP representative, had a GDC representative, had IEC representative, had police officers, had civil society organization representatives. Every single polling station. Every single polling station. Which of the polling stations in that country tell us? Mbadi wala mbemi foka ngal kondo ya jamba bi diamu kuote na ima jambuka fulofan diamu kuote na bari fongana koto ya damfambe invite la jang yena domandimfu Dr. Lamin Manneh UDP la Lamin Manneh wala findida ko Adama Barrow wo man 2021 election o win dol man carte fayo win ako Yahya Jammeh la carte o carte kese wuli keme sabo e ko voters cards wuli keme sabo aliyo story mo le kodi aliyamo le ko Yahya Jammeh carte keso wuli keme sabo nyin Ablaye Sanya mimbita kan court ako APRC la bureau akoy tolla jani akoy ya jani munela Yahya Jammeh carte kese wuli keme saba carte keso voters card ako wuli keme saba yole maboje itol nata sojarol ta te je jani ntol nga kala mutale mo be akala mutale ko 2016 jannin carte fayo Yahya Jammeh la APRC bureau modol le je jani ye fenke jallo mutaje Suwaibu ya fa Yahya Jammeh ya fa so Ablaye Sanya yo fole ako ha ye itole mol kila minutata ye APRC la headquarters ye jejani munele ko carte kese wuli keme sabale benunje bari tate e wolle jani pour Yahya Jammeh kana carte win ndol ngami moy bari wol ko tata le yo jani le de woli yo fo ko ye jani le adu moli ya jele ko tonya APRC bureau janitale ndol mang evidence soto fo carte kesol be otole fo etije mo evidence oto bari ngalon kon ning ala tema ko news finditale APRC la bureau janitale former Taiwanese embassy ni kata GRTS neo silo mo de kata GRTS ibe kof kan GRTS janni ka futa fenke ma child fund ma itongongo je sign fenke bolto a National Disaster Management Agency NDMA ibe office o mindo ya APRC la office o ben wolto ye je janile nu bari Dr. Lamin Manneh ko Adama Barrow la 2021 election akai wo carte kesolu Adama Barrow ntol NPP nga wolleta nga lafan na carte o kang wolentol ganyendi bari momo mu hakilimati Dr. Manneh mu doctalti ay doko ke alpha ba nga bunya bari ndanga nyinin karol le sodai ndanga nyinin karol le sodai bayring wo carte kesol dadata 2016 ne sanji lulu janning Adama Barola 2021 election bar kabiru o carte o keta ndol ngawo kibaro soto nyamen wolem afte je jani molle tade ko itoliye je jani ni wonde fa ya jamme be ganyelal bari itoliye je jani le ye carte kesol nyinu ye jani je wala na ya jamme man ganye ngamara mbeka o story le moy mbeka wolle moy de adun lata nyina ko APRC bureau a janitale nyin story ka fo ya jamme carte kese wuli voters card wuli keme saba ababulu no kibaro soto wolto ndemanta Gambia wato de ndebe tubabu du janne mbe Canada jang bari mbe o kibaro moy ye sojarol mutaje fa bari wol min ko yake wol ko itol soksita le yo carte kesol janile wala atinna kwale sono winda woli ole fo min yake woli ole fo bari Dr. Manneh ko hani atewo kibaro moy wo molla wala forin kola ka foko yaya jamme voters cardol sotole wuli keme saba aye mabala bureau to national headquarters ntol sobita wola nim mawol jani yaya jamme be carte sunyala le ntol nata nyoka fu nyoma ntato office o kono ngaje jani nga carte keso be jani je yaya jamme manna wo carte keso yusno wala na yaya jamme boyt minni e kuoke dula jani wali ole fo wala story world adun tol be tu mbenga kibaro sodo wolle ya Dr. Manneh, if you have another source was so sambanang naman keoti the only source about that extra 300,000 voters cards is definitely from the people minuko eje jani sa ateko ndol ngao carte kese wuli keme sabo ndol ngao wala ta 2021 ngala fan na carte okang sanji lulu kabiri wo kuo keta kabo 2016 kana 2021 sa ndelafta nyinin kala minna wo carte kesol kabiri be mabola bayri kabirin 2016 carte fayo banta usenda bo findital da sembo sodol de UDP la alpha ba de coming defending abe mansa kunda tala Lamin Diba abe mansa kunda Amadou Sane finance minister abe mansa kunda ninna alpha Jamal be mansa kunda e dol samba foreign service dol samba dulalto ni Adama Barrow nyolu wo carte kesol nin kume soto ibe kela nyamen usenu be ku kalam dalawtol woto lafta ye mako ya fanya Dr. Lamin Manneh momi yenyin kibaro fo bayrite mantra Gambia ite me da dum politiko kono ite itata ke intellectual oldi ye da bondi ibe molla mol fala ibe molla mol torala ibe molla mol jihadla ya jamme kuo beke ite mela kodi dépenser ka Gambia frindi imela fang itata ite mabotale mo metelo sanne mol keteje haninte min mukaram mundo dinningoti na school almost I had to go extra 1 year nde na karambu 1 year ngala na degree do kan pour ka bang because mbe ya jamme kelol dunia be wo sedi ala mbe fatu radio al ngata programme mbake kam bota jenta da gaynako ka ya jamme kelen dol bebe oton hanite Dr. Faye ba kalam dala you will know ibe o kalam dala sante kam mi folom nyindi ko wo carte kesolu 300,000 votes baroda matewol cikata ayeta aye mabala laranda koto wo wato a famamu Usain Dabo le ti ani Usain Dabo be ku kilinne abe UDP le wo wato kuo bebe diaring woto a fonye Usain Dabo e munefo kabirin decision o be tala wo carte kese wuli keme sabola koto UDP la position o muneti foi tolle kambe ndabay ko alanga nyin carte keso mabo isa jentol UDP nintata 2021 carte foyo isa jentol sewol yusu nga carte o sunya foi kambe nda wala bang bar ni kambe nda wala ni tate kuyata Usain Dabo lota ka carte o nyinin bayri wallahi iyalon ne ko Adama Barrow damade sila a decision ota carte kese wuli keme saba etara banko kan Usainu mu foreign minister di Adama Fama Adama e kuke o carte keso la Usainu man fen kala mutaje wote kala o momo yo fo imario man tonya fo adu mo bebe sedi ala wala mo bebe la ala ko wote kenola because Usainu le molke in all the key positions in government sign wo carte keso nga wo mabo ni Usain Dabo be diarim for example nga wo carte keso mabo Usain Dabo ya kalamutal because kalamuta bali ya ote keno that is impossible ntade kuyata fanan ibita carte fayola fanan Usain Dabo ya lonko ntenin adama la kata carte fayola adunte lafta kake mansa kewti adama fana lafta kake mansa kewti bari adama baro ninte nga carte keso dole mabode ya jamme laftan sunyala minna 300,000 votes abe mabori nede adu adama baro ba yuslalde Usain be dera man femfo UDP BA ibede jannin carte fayo imam femfo and they still no ko there is 300,000 votes kept somewhere for Adama Barrow to use and still should he lose 2021 election. We are speaking from logic and very simple. You know, Adama din hakilong kadiamo la sainte. Nin Dr. Gaj, nin Dr. Manneh ke bala muti. Ye doku kele ye kodo soto ye feon soto. Akate ala soto. Ala soto wulia fo buka simo. Wulia fo wo buka simo made isa haketu. Mantare nen kande bariya kumal fo wallahi wolnin tonya manke killing baral nga kondine nga calculation sa UDP ya lonko because it's impossible. I mean how would Adama Barrow Adam Barrow be 300,000 votes mabola nyadile UDP nkama kalamuda kabirin 2016 mol bijela lata minnula kabirin problemo kedalem komin bi talib nin Usain tema min bije kullo jamala tambida jumala mira ko bi Ibrahima Dibabe bola Usain Dabo kan mbenu wala nyama kunun monena ma mira ko Usain Dabo nin Adama be talalal monena ma mira ko Amadou Sane nin Adama Barrow be talalal monena ma mira ko Bamba Mas nin Amadou Gitteh Yanks Dabo nin Amadou Gitteh wol be tarra politiko konete ite sila killing monena ma mira. Nobody have ever thought about that. Monena ma mira say jumal liyo kibaro fundindi mol sambana minni ya lonko waliya kalamudala ko yaya jammelo carte kese wuli keme sabo Usainu nyoli ya mabole UDP nkoli ya mabole because at the time only UDP can keep that. Adama Barrow was UDP so nabe mabole UDP le ya mabole sedol samana bari seda man na moman na kabirin kuya fananketa ka kumo sudiyandi moman na moman diama kuola carte fayo bina Ibrahima Dibanyol be bije Bamba Mas nyol mol be ite date kudo because ite man ku kalamut Dr. Manneh ite man kuol kalamut for we know keta kabiri we know fana keta UDP ko NPP me gagné UDP yolo fode bari la document ol ye minu submit code nde Ahmad Gitteh wol karande nga domanden karawoto bari la reason solo min yalon ko toluko NPP man carte win ye election o suñale yaya jammela carte kese wuli keme sabo tije Usain Dabo mafo at his press conference ala supporta nena ma kumofo monene ma kumofo minu yalon ko de jikita ko wolle fatiyate tati wolle le UDP loytati wolle karante tati politiko kono adu wolle le Adama Barrow loytati adu wolle be o Gambia politiko kono intelligence sodeti nena ma moya fo ite dammale afo ite Dr. Manneh ya bondi muntole ke bani furata tembo do kuma kensen fo man beta ya jammela carte kese wul kuma kensen fo man beta Gambia la election o kake nyamen 2021 kabo 2016 itata polling season carte faydula o carte faydula molu bije min yalon ko UDP kollelmu wolle le Usainu Dabo kanu itati wolle le UDP kanu itati wo voting agents wo polling agents wolle le Dabo kanu itati aman jarete purite fintieta si polling station ite tata sila suol kon Foy carte fon fay Dabo, foy ma fire Dr. Manneh mo malo. You went and sat at the comfort of your ACs. Ebe tele jibele ebe jisuma minna. UDP dingol, kudos to them though. Politiko kono. Ye loyalty itandi Dabo la Ibrahima Dibanyol Karafa Sonkonyolu. Ani wo molu Talib Ben Sudanyol Yanks Dabo nyol Abokar Sidik Jamme Jamalu. Wolel be polling station ol to taring. Mote wol kono mi alonko. Hani carte kese killing na mankite be sonna. Kabirin carte ol fight e banta. Polling station o be. Mir register abe two. Abe kontita. Wolel nata headquarters adum polling station o polling station. Ibe momo la carte o kontila mo be nyabakang. Ibuka ke kono de kake bantal. Hani mo fo bari moli olon. Dia mu kense o mam betea. Ni be mol nyinina. Mol nyinin nin tonyala. Ni be mol nyinina. Mol nyinin nin silola. Ye asasono samana mba danno do ngakoto ya invite nang. Iko imaje kabiring election o presidential election o banda. Iko local government election o be. Atol le kandol bute a bela. Unsonta wala. Baro dalilol te bannaje. Dalil jama bale o sabu. Follow ite mamilong Gambia la politikoto. Mol ka carte o fay parti oe. Bari mol ka carte o fay. Mol le minu lota katambi ka carte o fay parti oe. People rely more on individuals that are on the ballot than the political parties that they represent. Adung in the Gambia nitama along. Politics mol ka jibe nyameng are different. Presidential election and local elections, more views about them are different. People's mentalities about them are very, very different. Follow. Usain Dabo Gambian olma hanyanya mo bele wolo. Kela mansa kunda police ol ning soldier ol ning zandamol ning NIL diala. Anim banko kodo ning feo be molma hanyi wola. Barita silala ka Yanks Dabo ka West Coast di Yanks la. Adunia jibe individually. Usain Dabo ning Adama Barrow moli wolle jibe nyimmo fulolu. Jumale Gambia nafa, jumalon Gambia la nafati. Ye wo jibele, ye Adama Tombong versus Usainu. Nanata, CDC ye wole ta yani Yanks Dabo jibe. Because yes, situation there were internal issues for NPP. We had a lot of internal issues. Me along Conte ol Falajam because Wolman Kumaya, those are internal party issues. Biya natale diamukuoten nabake. I don't want to talk much. But isi akilotu. Isi akilotu bake. Local electiono. Mol kaja nyamen Gambia. Anin national election. Presidential election imankili. So Allah we know local government. Won Allah we know national level man clear ya kilo to kebale muiti so ndebe darna janne mbadu nganna koto ke in nganna mo approve nang koto ya yang kombe invite la you can join my my request, my program at this time. Okay, try it again. Kotoya Adam for try number. So that's what I want to tell you. Nde malaf ka jamfabi because I mean karte fayo binale. Nalman do ko ken dolnga do ko lek. Al jututa barola, al jututa molla. Al jutu bata molla le aliya jutu na yala tili molla amanna al wati. So go work on yourself. You come back. You come back in 2026 ngal bute kotek mbole kala mballi palal kotek fo but this is what I have to send them mimfola coming off ale jamen bi diam ko fountain do I mean mala fi diamula because yalong mbe balafari half broda soliele aliyem minke 2021 konga fo nyame ñun Dr. Manneh ateman kuol kalamuta I'm sorry ke balem al falem. I mean, with all due respect to him, you have very little idea about how the elections were go mbal butela men koto ya try kan hopefully abina koto ya
Alo, Gitteh.
ekamwel
Mbe mwe kan salamu alaikum.
ila volume is solo
Alo,
ila volume obe lori ba kelene
alo Gitteh.
ekamwel
Mbe mwe kan ne, be mwe kan ne.
okay so malum fo modol be moy kanne bang minu be ngo nal bije malum fal be koto ke moy kanne bang
Alo, salamu alaikum. Alo,
alo koto we
ya halo imantara mwe kan.
I don't know why but nte mantre moy kandal mbadu nge remove
Okay,
ba
hold on,
yemuru
give me.
namba ngajibe
Okay.
okay wala drop rek yana ngajibe bang noni ke moy bari mo akamunda mol ka fo ke moy le yes iko ke moy le
Alo, salamu alaikum.
so ite awa iko ke moy le
Okay, ngal be kondo baraka bake la programme be diare. La programme nyum fanam kumayata bake. Yo, comme ye bunda me mana wala mu Dr. Manneh la mbafula nyadi le conspiracy theory men aba nati kam politiko kono ibe jele kachaka woto kumayata bakele yo bare ngamira yende nati le dorom bar nyimu bundal ti yeje sala senegal because ni ajube gambia la politiko ani gambia la carte fayo akati nyamen sunyaro buka kunnoje nana ka wo fule andu nga fo dula jama baledo nsi saya kan jam fanando pour mul sa long mul sa moy gambia la carte fayoto jiden sa ko indi même fayda wala ka konti andu même kontita wala ka announce nyo sabate wot momo kane nane wala carte wo même fayda wala ka konti andu même kontita wala ka announce somanda janne molbe dunna police station ko ni agentol ni fengol be nada ika mune folo je ka boxol be le may kensa mo be nyaaje ye kenyo wala sodos kya ko no be nyaala agentol be nyaala ane men folo ka so police station do ko wal taraje ye na wol city ye londi ye be samba ye londi nyandal wala dame nin carte fayta banda fanan wo agentol karta jele sometimes wo pulling agents, some of them turn to be counting agents at the close of polls. Nin kola wallel kana ke counting agent tolti dolka counting agent tol funa aggregate fayen ni nata yesi wol fana ni local and international observers the general public and the media be katra ma be ringele nin kontiro be kala woli o be konti nyala alla party agent sol ya sign IEC ya aitandila ya sign men quantité be nyal we be kola yena lo kafu mole janko yentul sunyane ye sunyanya men gida wo Dr. Manneh si wo sara noni yo ay bunda men fo ko kafu ya jamela 300,000 votes ya nyinin ka men na kumata bagen because nin atra ko wo exist telefon 300,000 votes na nastoro mabore dulatole wo mabota mintole because pulling APRC la bureau men janita there are no evidence that ko take se lutartam han kate ke se kidin tartal mabore wotole molio nat na kumo kono damen ngakilo bakang after 2016 presidential election briya jamme kon sonda anat na foko mansong ala sombalia ay même fo wala mu nyinti ko amundi IEC the total number of registered voters in the country was 700,000 plus people. But the mayor Carteo Fay was around 400,000. Ako 300,000 votes begele minimum cast. So wo more le for wali murna mwebe Carteo Fay follow. So yeah, after being over, some of this conspiracy theory molu wala ya start wala lado ka foko wo carte wala li janita APRC la bureau to jana wo carte wala li kita jana o yewlu sidi mole silo lel block wala le mambonan Casamance kana carte foy wala no alfa wa mo wili kema sabata bolo no Casamance banko kan kana carte foy Gambia amon possible han mo wili kemo to bonu la nan Casamance kana carte han amon han mo wili talbulo fon to keno la. These are simple logics money ye mira. So there was never a time that 300,000 votes from exist from the first place. Those are not facts, those are lies. Number two, Dr. Manneh Nyandalo Nako, cartel men fight, cartel voter registration for the voting in 2016 were quite different from the voters card many used in 2021. These are two different voters cards. Well, in the 2021, voter register total number tara from 700,000 to 900,000 voters, registered voters. You are now calculate out of that 900,000 voters card for 2021, Mayor Cartel Fay, Adamo Baroe, 400,000 plus, UDP 200 plus, Nindol Fanantali Yebe Lanyoka. Still now, over 100,000 votes begele minimum cast. Though the turnout was good, but least amount begele will cast. So, another man, Dr. Manneh was. This man is completely out of touch with the realities. Among Kumasuyan political nima fahamo soto londo soto je. Ina de ye churempe kono churempe for the yala. Nime che kuwa kalebe bulu nyina. Ikata si banta bato le kumol foje men yalon koy man ini ni moli fact checking ke do ni tonya bu ka nyota but yemen kete kananan kala kumo nyin yitandi ko ay men fo tilin fan yalem akana gamben kol hakilo sunya because mbe election yala walenka. There's a very, very important point. That's a very good thing to do. Yes. Alin kane tuje ita baile de ayin men fo kunun alin Dr. Gadiko ita baile asifal be fola lebe sayin kam fola bar même jakitan tol fana mo wala mo nyindi ko wati ni yafo ngar findi bi ida Facebook live lamu wala saferol lamu kayitande ko tonya memu yenyi nafo bar kumo tonya wo mu nyinati so nkane tuje ngankari tonya itande mol tonya doron na be mo sambal ni yafo molbe sondal hani be nyim live lale molbe janne wol benen di role ba kumol be fole ha is kumol be fo toñalam bar ni sayta yemire tul fo ni ala ni cilate be lala ko jite memfo wala mu toñate ma ne la kumo manki toñate woto nga continue nyina nam
ila kumo be bete are nga continue
yaade nga continue wala doron ka kumol yitande molla jaje kumo toñamu menti molbe o tentennale abe sénégalais mal Gambia la carte o na fayda international observers bebe jele 2021 election bil carte o fayda I wala report keta menti bil from the preliminary to the final report wala mu ñindi ko the election was very free and fair the election was very, very free and fair. So atekala fact-based menkan ko ye local government and parliamentary elections NPP to defeat Nyameng presidentially more defeat Wanyama. There are various reasons contributing to that. Number one, molbe electorates begele many yalongo wala main interest momenti focus movement wala mu to elect a president. Once a president is elected, will they go back home? In fact, until 2017, local government election in the Gambia mol nanamo kumayandi. Akachele fa mol buka kala mutafang. On 2017 kanal and side nemu moli ajeko yara fang area council karte fayo fana mu kumayandi. So moli ya start kan interest ala demanding. Parliamentary elections also are mainly based on Jumale lot. Ika moje yemo londi itasilo no karte fayola Jara Central because of Gitele lot at Jara Central in a relation with me ni mantala particular nga karte of fayite nali mali lalem wala nila de wulwo wala nila kukoten. All these factors are there. Anu nina na jube. Like in KMC, and West Coast, it will win outrightly in these elections. Go to the voter registration, presidential election results. Yeah, Adama Barwe Karte Omen Sodaje, NPP Mawo Pool Noje during that election. But Usain Daboy Karte Omen Sodo in West Coast is quite more than Yankuba Daboy Karte Omen Sodaje. These are very factual. Go to the records. Nina la KMC, Usenda Kate Women Sodo in KMC is more than
Talibu
Mensodo.
Yes.
So the question was not, the fact is not because Alamala Karte will register, will la fata Talibu la Karte Okam, will na Talibu winter. No. Some of the NPP many Karte of fire either see that so konole based on the choice of candidate or imanian Karte fire kumayandi or any other factor. See what sabu no. Or will find dole Karte of fire more dole. But Useni men's Karte of Mensodo in KMC is more than Taliban Mensodo. But is the same.
Yeah.
So amanje ko NPP la carte wala voter le dropped wala la fa wala bota jeta la fa ndoka. No, these are facts. Go and check them. Go to the records and see. Momo be program wala moy kan wala minimina la moy la. Let them do that. Let them go and see talbi carte jele so KMC. Yera jube usini carte jele so in KMC. Ye will calculate. But if on balo na kutunya to nyam usini mem pool in KMC.
Yes.
So our theory is not working.
But yalong kawala ke isi de coming me kundu ila baluo be wala nyamete alone well ndol bebe yalon dol bebe nyindulato le. But unfortunately, imagine, look at what is happening right now. Taliban Sudaning Ilanyim Fato. Look at the kind of things me alonko Ibrahim Adiba of all people. Fatu Ture me alonko of all people. Look at what is happening. So the narrative always, I am shocked nakeba. Ko Dr. Manneh Dr. Manneh, Momi Alonko, he had worked with very credible and very reputable international institutions. When Gambia, his contribution for once at least let us contribute to the development of our democracy. Misinformation on kuma kensem folu, itolieke multimini alonko ye example itandi kaje ko sifa liye bandindi ngol kana okay politiko fani afo politiko kuma kensem fo politiko ka dindingol mislead kamol landi fenna mi alonko amanke tonyati because ajibe Ibrahim Adiba one of the messages I mean for Ibrahima Diba kabiri election o ya lose mol findi de ko election o amang gagné iko baro man gagné ye fitno wulindi Ibrahima Diba ko ako they did not win the election. Ibrahima ko ako ala audio be circulate kan right now ako atema election o win ye munafo Usenu barindi o dobi je mi alon ko ni lastly wala nakatu fenkola ka fay ko I mean
Yaron jide manual la case
buka
benyami.
foro
Intellectual hypocrisy is
yeah
the worst thing in politics. These are people, many Yalonko, they are completely out of touch with the political realities in the country. These were people, many Yalonko, they were only interested in Itola personal gain, in a personal development for the past 30, 40 years of their life.
Yeah, but mbe jam
They
falande
are,
fitro
they are
fele
not
fitro
in
wadani jam.
touch. They are not in touch. So it completely new silo bulale. So kay murunan dolong kafoy ko abarka bake lang kumando nan kada mili nyim diamun dima kila kachado woto mbe tentula mbe jay la bake mbafula la mo lal be ala barka bake.
So mbe bulala mbe close la because ngada fitir salola fitiro sida zain bari
Okay,
coming
abarka.
nakeba kendo mi ala wala ma honorable ya adam fade mo jama lafta join nanang but I mean actually I'm not in the mood of talking. I just feel like nyimano lafta coming I mean alafta mol fengela rek so
Abamol kilindi
ngaje
kandi
ko
so abiga da kunyana.
kule mi alon ko nkam fatal dron bari ne Allah taala sonda I mean koroya ya
Hello.
okay so mbe min kala rek nte ngata fitri salo la sai bari everyone nalbe malbe jibero la ngal kondo ngal tendo ngal jay ala fo
Abarka
koto
bake,
Lamin Manneh
abarka
nyol
bake.
yo sifa bula way assalamu alaikum